I'm 37 male working from home while furloughed wife 37 female takes care of the kids too. Free mo. Not going well. This is a burner I made a year ago, and apparently I didn't listen to everyone's suggestions in the comments section. I had a session with a divorce attorney in mid-February, and while I was telling her some of these incidents, she looked at me as if to say, "WTF took you so long?" My wife and I were both sent home from work 2 weeks ago when our firms changed everyone to working from home. We brought the kids to our in-home neighborhood friend of the family daycare for 4 days and everything went swimmingly. Then, last Monday, my wife was furloughed in the morning, and we discovered out that night that we had lost our childcare since our provider is a senior and high risk. Her first 3 days as a stay-at-home mom began with her claiming to be unwell with a head cold, despondent, and reluctant to get out of bed. She wasn't faking the cold, but I wanted to work, and it's hard to get anything done in the morning with a toddler and a 3-month-old eating up 90% of my attention. She'd eventually come out of her room about lunchtime and spend the next hour yelling at me for forcing her to get out of bed while she was unwell. I got the illness in the beginning of the month and spent 48 hours in bed, so I owed her the same courtesy, except she was still on maternity leave and wasn't accountable for an 8-hour workweek at the same time. She also woke me up at 5 a.m. on day 2 of the virus to feed the baby because she was too weary to sleep, and then became upset when I couldn't stay up for more than a few hours before needing to sleep again. Today is my wife's 6th day as a stay-at-home mom, and I'm almost ready to file for divorce. She claims she did not sign up to be a stay-at-home parent, and that she will not be doing so for many months. I've been led to believe that this is a ridiculous request. Every day, I work at my home office from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 5 p., depending on early calls. She looks after the kids from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. if I have time. I'll pitch in, and I'm arranging my lunch break so I can put the 2-year-old down for a nap. I'll finish working at 5 p.m. and we'll divide tasks. She adds that if I don't help from 8 to 5, she won't help from 5 p.m. till the following morning since I'm clearly not doing enough at night, and this is how she'll punish me. When I asked for a list of things I needed to accomplish, she said she shouldn't have to prepare one for me, which is the issue. Okay. In general, she takes the baby, I take the toddler, and I prepare our meal. We're normally done dining and light cleaning by 8:30-9. So I'll want to relax for an hour with video games or whatever. But it only gets me in problems since the home must be spotless every day. On top of that, she refuses to pay to our home expenditures and I'm almost out of money at this time. We've been arguing about it for a long time, and now she's using her sabbatical as an excuse. She'll be earning full salary every week, plus the one-time stimulus payout. Thanks to state unemployment and the stimulus law, I'm not authorized to steal her money. Therefore, I run a $1,000 deficit every month. If I catch her in a good mood, I can get her to contribute approximately 75% of what's fair to our joint account. This follows an 18-month period in which she contributed absolutely nothing, and I ran out of money and incurred credit card debt. Oh, and she's on Sudafed and Adderall during the day and vodka and Xanax at night. She claims to have PPD, but refuses to go to counseling, so it's simply a simple way out of a disagreement when she goes too far. How do I get out of here during this pandemic? Or do I simply have to suck it up and yes for a bit before dropping the paperwork once the stay-at-home instructions are lifted? Edit. We just had an enlightening conversation argument in which she told me everything that was wrong in her life, and I informed her she could see a therapist for free via our health insurance. She claims it's a waste of time since she's seen 6 therapists and they all tell her the same thing: control problems, daddy issues, addiction, oppositional defiant disorder, and she already knows this about herself, so what's the point? Lovely. She also complained to her parents about everything today, and her father expressed astonishment that I hadn't gone yet. Story 2. Can you read this and reply to me 23 female as if you were my so 25 male? I've written out what I want to say to him, but I can't get myself to say it because I don't actually want him to leave. Context. We had a little squabble. He wanted space but was quite harsh in how he requested it. things quickly deteriorated. He's aware that his need for distance makes me feel uneasy, but he didn't attempt to implement the solutions we discussed. I already know no one will react, but I need assistance. Also, I apologize if this violates the rules. I read them first and can't tell. Of course, I'll erase it. Actual note, I understand you're stressed and don't want to speak about it, but threatening to block me was inexcusable. The worst thing is that you addressed the issue by really conversing soon after threatening to block me. It was so simple. You had so many alternatives, but instead you decided to be a jerk and purposefully harm me. I'm not going to message you again. I don't want to feel like S any longer. I'm sick of feeling inconsequential in the eyes of everyone in my life. I'm sick of doing everything myself. Tired of being the only one that communicates or attempts to communicate. I've already instructed you how to handle this scenario multiple times. We've discussed it together. You stated you could do it, and that it was a wonderful option that would work for both of us, but then you didn't. That answer, like practically every previous solution, came to me while you were resistant and hardly present in the conversation the whole time. Even your own answers are things you don't really believe in and can't live up to. In this relationship, I feel like I'm the only one making an effort. Because all you do is dodge or attack. I'm the only one who gets anything done. I'm the only one who has made a concession. I'm the one who is doing all of the work. I don't even believe you care about me, this relationship anymore, which obviously hurts even more. And although I'm not there yet and am still very much in love, I feel like I owe it to myself to find someone that reciprocates my level of effort and cares about me as much as I care about them. You may not confess it, but I know I'll never be the most important person in your life, even if you are the most important person in mine. And as much as I know it's selfish, I'm not fine with being second to so many. With way things have been recently, I doubt this would really bother you, but it's the reverse for me. I'm really wounded. I'm heartbroken. I tried my hardest. I made so many concessions even though I knew I was receiving nothing in return. And I did it while watching you push me away so you could prioritize everyone and everything else in your life. I made so many sacrifices and wasn't resentful. But you're resentful of every discussion I've ever attempted. You only started a discussion once, and what you said was sad, but it made me so happy. I assumed things would improve and you'd be more honest about your emotions. But nothing changed despite every alternative and compromise, everything catered to you. You're definitely over the relationship, and I'm wondering if the only reason we're still together is because you lack the strength to go. I believe we should disband. I believe we've both known we're incompatible for a long time but have chosen to ignore it. I hope we could solve our issues, but I can't do it all by myself, and I don't want to feel this way any longer. I love you, but I already have too much on my plate, and I can't heal our relationship while I watch you willfully disregard my sentiments.